Feeling good. We're glad it's Friday and we're glad you're here with us. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Let's get right over to meteorologist Thomas Patrick in the Weather Center because I know he's glad about this forecast because it's not as foggy, not quite as rainy, not quite as chilly either, Thomas.
It's kind of an easy day, Thomas,
I was going to say, usually you introduce me as Thomas working hard in the Weather Center. This time, just kicking my feet up and relaxing because it's Friday and our weather pattern is looking quite nice for today. I like it when it's calm outside, though it is cold. So make sure you bundle up and grab the shades on the way out and about this morning. Still 19 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. In Spokane at 26, our temperature did already pop up a degree. So we're off our low temperatures for the day and we'll have a quick rise temperature-wise. 42 for the midday hours and even 48 this afternoon will be our warmest day this week.
We continue to track breaking news at this hour. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting at 16th and Pines and near 40th and Bowdish Road. KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez following this story for us this morning. So Nicole, what have you learned? And you actually moved locations. Good morning.
Tim, yeah, so earlier this morning I was at 16th and Pines. Police were actually able to clear up that scene. They're no longer there actively investigating that area. So I moved over to 40th and Bowdish, and now you can see behind me this apartment complex still blocked off by police tape. Hard to see, but behind some of those storage units and garage units, there is still police activity back there with the behind the police tape with detectives and investigators doing work back there. Now at this point we don't know much about what led to all of this, but we do know that a Spokane County deputy was able to tell me this started from a shooting and that a couple of people ended up in the hospital because of that shooting. We don't know why there's two separate scenes. We don't know how those two scenes are connected, and we don't know what led to the shooting early this morning or late last night. I did get a text from Spokane County Sheriff's Office, Mark Gregory. He says as soon as he gets confirmed information, he'll let us know. And then we can, of course, let you know once we get that information. In Spokane Valley, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
The stakes were high for President Biden's State of the Union address, with a rematch against former President Trump likely coming in the next few months.
Our Verified team is tracking the claims he made last night.
President Biden just gave his third State of the Union address. He boasted about a strong economy and repeatedly warned about threats to democracy. The Verified team was watching closely to fact-check the claims in his speech, as well as in the Republican rebuttal from Senator Katie Britt. First, on the economy.
Inflation has dropped from 9% to 3%, the lowest in the world.
It's true that inflation peaked at 9% in June of 2022 and has since fallen to 3%. That is lower than in much of the world. For instance, in the UK, inflation remains above 4%. But his claim that it's the lowest in the world is false. Several countries have lower inflation rates. For example, Canada's is below 3%. Biden also talked about the domestic threat to democracy posed by the January 6th attacks and the foreign threat posed by Russia and Vladimir Putin. In both cases, the president took aim at former President Donald Trump.
Former Republican president tells Putin, quote, "Do whatever the hell you want."
That's true. Last month, in a campaign rally, Trump claimed that when he was president, the leader of a NATO member country asked him what he would do if that country didn't fulfill its financial obligations to the alliance. Trump said that he told this leader not only would the U.S. not protect such a country from Russian attack, but that he would encourage the Russians to, quote,
"Do whatever the hell they want."
The Republican rebuttal largely focused on the issue of immigration. Alabama Senator Katie Britt accused Biden of facilitating a crisis at the border.
Minutes after taking office, he suspended all deportations.
On the day he was inaugurated, Biden's acting Secretary of Homeland Security issued a memo ordering a broad review of immigration enforcement policy. It included a 100-day pause on certain deportations. But Britt's claim that all deportations were suspended is misleading. The memo specifically outlined several exceptions, including for threats to national security. For more fact-checking of the claims from the president's address and the Republican rebuttal, go to verifythis.com. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
What we saw was the performance of a permanent politician who has actually been in office for longer than I've been alive. One thing was quite clear, though. President Biden just doesn't get it. He's out of touch.
Alabama Senator Katie Britt delivered the Republican response to President Biden's State of the Union address on Thursday night. Speaking from her kitchen table in Montgomery, Senator Britt centered her remarks on the issues she says are plaguing everyday Americans.
Hardworking families are struggling to make ends meet today. And with soaring mortgage rates and sky-high childcare costs, they're also struggling to how to plan for tomorrow.
You can find her full response on our website right now at KREM.com.
Well, get ready, bikers. The 19th annual Spokane Motorcycle Show and Sale kicking off today.
That's right. And of course, this morning we sent out our Brandon T. Jones to the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. So, Brandon, we know what you had your eye on earlier, but have you seen anything else?
Find anything for Channing?
Yes, that's what I was about to ask.
Channing, I know you got those Texas roots. That seems like a great place to drive through it. Are you interested in motorcycles? Because, you know, I can definitely be on the lookout. What about this one right here? Yeah. Nathan is calling this the Prince of the Spokane Motorcycle Show. You know, so we were singing Purple Rain, or I can't sing Purple Rain. I was singing it in my head. No one else. Chris wasn't singing Purple Rain. I definitely was singing Purple Rain in my head. But Chris Cody is with us. And Chris, how are you feeling this morning?
Oh, I'm feeling great. It's just time to kick off the motorcycle riding season.
Yes, sir. And tell us a little bit more about these bikes right here, because you're saying these are the trophy ones, right?
Yeah. These are all the bikes. These are all privately owned bikes that have come down to the show, and they're on display down here all weekend. Yeah. There's everything from customs to cruisers to dirt bikes. We even got a sidecar here, and it's just fantastic to see all the different things about these motorcycles.
Yeah, that's right. Me and Tim, we can drive around in this one right here. Nathan, if you can spot this. Tim, I'll let you do the driving. I'll sit in the little cart, you know, because I'm more of a passenger prince myself. Now, I just say that because I do all the driving in my household, and so I just fantasize about possibly driving in the passenger seat one day. But Chris, can you talk to us a little bit about just what people can expect when they come down here as well, and just, you know, maybe the hours as well?
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, so these motorcycles, you know, you can come down and check them out. We're gonna give these bikes trophies, and so you can come down and vote on People's Choice Award.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And so that's really fun. But we got all the dealers down here. So whether you're looking for an Indian, a KTM, a Honda, a Saran, it's all under one roof this weekend here at the fairgrounds. Yeah. So we open the doors today at 3 o'clock. We go 3 to 8 tonight. We go 10 to 7 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday.
Yeah.
Admission's $12. Kids 12 and under are free.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy too is, I mean, you guys already have thousands of bikes in here, and you told me there's going to be even more coming in before doors open at 3, right?
Yeah, we got more bikes coming in this morning. The Seattle Caustics are going to come. We already talked about that. The stunt show, that's going to be Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Oh, that sounds fun. It sounds exciting, and so we appreciate you, Chris, and we're going to go ahead and toss it back to you all in the studio.
I bet some of our riders here locally are chomping at the bit to get some new bikes, especially with the sunshine and the slightly warmer temperatures we've had in the afternoon. Still a little bit too cold for a ride this morning, though. Current temperature at 25 and 26 degrees. So as you're driving around, there's quite a bit of a wind chill factor. That is if you were making it yourself. Otherwise, a calm wind in Coeur d'Alene as you see the American flag standing still at the moment. Sunny skies for the inland northwest right now, but lots of cloud cover and rain off to the west. That does not arrive today. It'll hit over the weekend. And coming up, I'm going to go more detail over this weekend forecast and show you when that rain arrives and just how cold things could get on Sunday nights.